Yo, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to give my trade recap for today, to Wednesday, the 10th of September. And today, we unfortunately took a loss. Why? Well, I will give my thinking and my reasoning, right? So, we did, uh, we had a nice little downtrend. We had a market structure shift, and we had a nice little downtrend here. But I was like, okay, cool. This fair value gap's been tapped once and twice, and on that second tap, which is what happened during Asia's session, we did break, we did shift structure to the downside, to which we took out Asia lows, right? But with that in mind, we did get a market structure shift, right? So order flow was on the 1 hour was currently bullish. So I was just like, okay, where could order flow be heading to take out this buy side liquidity? Because remember, we just had the second tap distributed to take out Asia session lows, right? And we had that nice reversal, and our entry model was the 5 minute inverse, right? But yeah, today's just one of those days where um, you followed your plan, but doesn't work out in your way every time. But speaking on that, um, yeah, I think today was interesting. Even when because this is a 4 hour gap, right? And we're still kind of bullish, right? Because we we had this low to high, putting in that low to continue the trend. But again, I did think that from this 4 hour gap, we would displace lower just to take out Asia lows before um, continuing up, right? So this is what happened. We had a sweep. London Open dumped, took out Asia lows. We had a nice kind of recovery here. Let me get rid of this. We had a nice recovery there, and with that, we inverse this gap, but also we created a 5 minute gap here, in which where I took my entry was after this bearish gap got disrespected and we had a nice bullish push up. My entry was here, and um, my stops were below this uh, 1 minute low. Well, technically 5 minute low, because what did we do? We had that reaction from sweeping Asia lows. We tried to put in the lower low, but we put in a high low, high, broke structure with some momentum, to which this was an order block. That's why my stops were below this low here, and my take profit was just a 1 to 2. Just it being because I was gonna put my stops at BE once we took out Asia highs, because there was still we were still reacting off this area. So once we took out Asia highs, I was gonna go BE, but unfortunately we didn't really get that kind of close. We kind of didn't get that momentum up, and I couldn't really mitigate this loss just because this candle was the actual candle that took me out. So by the time it closed, um, uh, it it already took me out. So uh, I'm actually quite happy with this trade just because I followed my plan. I did have I had my thoughts of again, we tap back into this fair value gap here, to which we come down, sweep enough liquidity to push up again, and we inverse this 5 minute gap. Therefore, a 5 minute gap was created over here. As you can see, I'll pull it out. This gap here was created inside of a inverse fair value gap, and our protection was this order block, as well um, as the low that sits beneath it, targeting a 1 to 2. Um, Again, the jaws on liquidity for today was Asia lows. Um, these 1 hour highs up here, low resistance, and also these lows down here. But again, from that push up, when we had that push down, we could have easily taken out these lows, but we decided to not. Therefore, reason me to believe that we could continue up higher on the retrace as the 1 hour did shift structure with some momentum. So um, yeah, overall, I would say a decent trade. Again, there wasn't a way I could mitigate it just because this candle took me out as it closed. So overall, I would say a decent trade. Followed my plan, followed my rules. Happy with the well, no one's happy with the result, but happy with how I took the trade based on my rules. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow is a winning day. But yeah, again, just wanted to break it down one more time. Uh, we were in 1 hour order flow, so bullish. We tapped into this fair value gap without sweeping these highs, which to me that was a target. Um, and zooming into London Open, we had that huge crash down, taking out Asia lows. We had a nice recovery. Um, order block was created here. Fair value gap was created here, but also in this inverse fair value gap. So, and I entered on a 1 minute inverse with some momentum, to which price came down and took me out on this 5 minute candle. Because again, even though our entries were on the 1 minute, our stop loss and take profit was based on the 5 minute. Um, stop loss being at this auto block low and take profit being a 1 to 2, but BE at Asia highs. So um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where price wants to go for the day. So um, that is today's trade recap. Unfortunately, a loss, but we will come back from it. Alright, guys. Peace, peace, peace. The new 2K just dropped. I'm gonna be playing that, and yeah, hope you guys have a good one.